Hello, this is my final presentation for my running errands project. Let's get it started. First off, static versus non-static variables. A static variable is associated with the class, has only one copy per class, but not for each object. An instance of a class does not have a static variable. Memory is allocated when the class is loaded at runtime. Non-static variables will have one copy each per object. Each instance of the class will have one copy of non-static variables. Instance variables are allocated at compile time, and a static variable is shared among all instances of the class, while a non-static variable is specific to a single instance of that class. So here's an example of a static variable. This start existing game is a static variable, and it only happens right here and nowhere else. For the non-static variable, basically anything that has int, double, string in front of it is a non-static variable. And this is right here, and it has a paycheck amount. And as you can see, like paycheck amount is used multiple times in the function. For arrays, an array in Java is a dynamically created object that serves as a container to hold constant numbers of values of the same type. By declaring an array, memory space is allocated for values in a particular type. Arrays are fixed length. So here's an example of array in my program. This is a list down here. So the scene type is a list, and it uses the scenes list for the arrays, and it has a certain length. For an array list, is a type of array that is more dynamic and changes as needed. So if you need to add or take off a few items, it's okay to do with an array list. And enums are a list of constants. It is a predefined list of values which do not represent numerical or textual data. They're basically just names for things. Like here's all my scene types, and I just listed as many as I wanted. I didn't have to think about how many I was going to have and define it. So that's what an enum is for. For statements with arrays. A for statement provides a compact way to iterate over ranges of values. It tests certain things in the list so that it knows if it has to continue on in the loop or not. Here's an example of a for. It tries to see if like the row is greater than what the row the user's at, and it just counts it until it spits out what location it is at. So it uses this list of the row count and spits out the location. A try-catch blocks are ways to find runtime errors in a program. They handle the exceptions put in place in the program. The try block is the block of code in which exceptions occur. The catch block catches and handles try block exceptions. So this is a try-catch. It tries to find this end file, and then when it does that, it catches and it spits the message out. Character stream class versus byte stream class. A character stream is a great way of accessing a file sequentially. A byte stream accesses the file byte by byte. It is better and actually required to use a character stream when using a Unicode file because the byte streams do not work on text files. So you have to use a character stream. And this is an example of it. It wants you to put in the file where it'll be saved, and then it'll save it there. And that's the presentation. Let me show you my game. And unfortunately, it's not a fully functioning game right now, just because of all those things that happened, but it does run, and that's the important part. So this usually runs. There we go. So my name is Brittany. I can get in star to save game, and I can enter a file path. I could get help on how to play the game. I can save the game. I can quit the game. I can start a new game. So that's my game, and it's been a great semester, and I've learned a lot. So